Hello everyone, welcome back to 70s and 80s talk. I wrote this review quite a while ago, but here we are. I'm doing it now. I do actually have the album, but it's currently in my dad's car, so I would like get it out, but it's in my dad's car. So it is Billy Idol's debut album, which is just titled Billy Idol, I think. It came out on the 16th of July 1982, so early 80s. He was just out of Generation X, 41 years ago. That's a long time ago. So yeah, he left Generation X, he put an EP out, Don't Stop, and then this came out. The album cover, it really is Billy. I know they did do a re-release, I think, and there's a different picture on that. We've got Steve Stevens on this album. I mean, Steve Stevens has been with Billy Idol pretty much from the beginning. They really are a great pairing for sure. And I'm back saying for sure again all the time. So, chart-wise, it reached 45 in the Billboard 200. Yeah, I guess. For his first album, that's not too bad, I guess. UK-wise, I don't know how well it did. I couldn't find anything on it. So we've got songs on here which are quite recognisable for Billy Idol hits. I've said this before, I'll say it again. You have albums like this, which when they first were released, maybe didn't do that well as what you would have thought, looking from a future perspective. But actually, with time, the songs on here are very popular. So you can't just judge an album's success from chart success. I don't think you can do that, especially ones that were released 40 odd years ago. So Dancing with Myself, Hot in the City, and White Wedding Part 1. I literally, honestly, Part 1, Part 2, it's I don't even think I can Part 2 is on YouTube. I don't even think it is. But it's just like a extended different version of White Wedding, I think. I'm sure it is on an album, but Part 2. Oh wait, it is on here. Is it? Let's have a look. I don't think it's on his official YouTube though. Yeah, it's not. See, is this actually, does it have a video to it? Yeah, it's just literally White Wedding, but the video someone's copied on there. But yeah, anyway, it's Part 1 that's on this album, so I'm just gonna go straight into the review. So number 1 is Come On Come On. I absolutely love this song. I've been listening to it loads since doing this review. The bass on there is great. I hadn't heard this before. It's rather Generation X like. I'd say this whole album is actually, which is expected because he literally went from Generation X, did an EP, and this album came out. It's a love crush number 1. I love that lyric. I love that rhyming. It's very like Money Money, Money Money, how you pronounce that, Billy Idol song. You got backing vocals, which actually does, it's quite a common thing in Billy Idol songs. Definitely like this song. It's a very fun song. It's got quite a groove to it. Billy's vocals are quite wild, which is Billy Idol. But I'd say more punk, wild, Generation X. It's a good song. Like I say, the bass is very interesting in this one. It's quite creative. It almost goes up in levels actually, which is normally bass just gets lost in songs, but it's very prominent in this one. You can really hear it going up in places. I like the verse towards the end, which is different to the rest of the song, which really adds a bit of difference in there. Those wahs that he does, that typical Billy Idol thing he does, in there as well. Everything I expected for the first song on his debut album, to be honest. The second one is White Wedding, an absolutely massive song. Everybody knows it. One of those ones I really vividly remember watching the music video as a kid. The first sound is that iconic 80s sound, that you know, definitely you know straight away it's that song. But it is an iconic 80s song. Like, if you would pick a set of 80s songs that most people know, this is on there. You've got the bass again, very prominent, which is great because I really like hearing bass in songs. Billie is telling a story, and I think that's one thing with Billy Idol that people don't pick up on or don't realise is how good of a songwriter he is, and his songs are very well written, and people don't pick up on that. But he is telling a story. It's intriguing. It makes you curious. It's very cool. The whole, like, the song, the video, it's interesting. It's unusual. Backing vocals again in there. The oohs that's in there really add that kind of haunting touch to it. Again, suiting the music video. Lyrically, it's not hugely varied though, but it is telling a story though, so it still is good lyrically. It's a catchy song, it definitely is. So number 3 is Hot in the City. I would always listen to this one when I was at uni in Derby. In student accommodation, it was like 30 degrees in there. Don't go on the top floor in student accommodation, just don't. So yeah, Hot in the City is what I'd play. It is a great song, the guitar's great, the keys in there add a vibrant touch. You've got female vocals, which is a good mix against Billie's vocals. Lyrics are easy to sing along to. You have a change in sound, a rise in intenseness. I don't even know what the sound is. I would say it's maybe like synthetic keys perhaps. And then we go back into the sound we have heard up until that point. I guess it is a little bit repetitive lyrically, but again, it's a great song, so that's not a problem. We have this wave sound to finish the song as well, which is an interesting way to end it. Number 4 is Dead on Arrival. Again, bass. It's very prominent in this album. Again, this one's more like Generation X. I hadn't heard this one prior to doing this review. There's some very interesting bits of guitar in this one. I mean, Steve Stevens is a good guitarist. Quite interesting sounds. There's no lack in Billie's screams that he does in this one. Quite punk. And it does rise at one point quite a bit, which adds a bit of difference to the song. So number 5 is Nobody's Business. I've listened to this one quite a lot since. Yeah, I didn't expect it. Again, the bass. Great. The album is one for bass lovers, is what I've wrote there. It's rather different to anything I'd heard from Billie, actually. And I've listened to quite a lot of Billy Idol stuff from back then to the modern stuff. I mean, the EP's he just released. I've reviewed that, Cage, if anybody wants to watch that. But I do like this different sound. You've got a guitar solo in there, which is very nice. Yeah, he does that kind of like, that bit in there. I like that bit. Number 6 is Love Calling. I would not think this is a Billy Idol song. The album is brilliant, by the way. I've up to this point, I was like, yeah, this is spot on. I don't know what to say about this song, though. It's like someone else's song, but with Billie's vocals, if that makes sense. That's why it just doesn't sound like a Billy Idol song. It's more like a mashup. I don't know about the backing vocals. There's a saxophone in there, I think. As I listened to more of it, it wasn't grabbing me as much as the other songs. It was Billie's voice I really liked, but the overall sound, everything else didn't seem to go, sort of thing. Like, his voice was getting lost in all that sound, which I didn't really like. So number 7 is Hole in the Wall. A groovy one, this one. It reminds me of Sweet 16, which is a fave of mine for Billy Idol. Absolutely stunning song, that. But vocally only wise, it reminds me of that song. I'm not that sure on this one, to be honest. He was speaking in it at one point. There's this sound in it like a xylophone, but I don't think it is that. I didn't like that, whatever it was. I didn't really get it. I don't know. I mean, but I don't know if I've listened to that one since doing it. I'm not sure if I have, so I can't really say if I've changed my mind or not. Next one is Shooting Stars. I literally wrote, am I listening to Billy Idol or Simple Minds? I really like this because I like Simple Minds, and it reminded me very much of a Simple Minds song. The guitar solo is rather odd, I thought, though. And the ending was a bit odd, but that's not a bad thing. Being odd is not a bad thing. And then 9 we've got It's So Cruel, and 10, why isn't this saved? But I do remember listening to, so number 10 is Congo Man, Reprise of a Love Colony. Yes, I remember this. Yeah, I don't know, that was a bit strange, number 10, Congo Man. It wasn't what I like to listen to. It's So Cruel. Why isn't this saved? Right, let's have a look. If I just hear a bit of it, I'll have a talk about it. I do remember writing that, so I don't know why that's not saved on that. I literally haven't looked in this review in months. Let me listen to a little bit of it without an advert playing. My dog barking in the background as per usual. Let's have a quick listen. Yeah. Yeah. This, I'd say actually, this song and number 10 are a little bit similar in ways. But this song, It's So Cruel, it's quite a smooth song, it's quite chill, I guess. I prefer other songs on the album for sure. Yeah, that's all I can really say without actually having it all wrote down, which I normally do. But overall, I think it's a good album. I mean, I bought it. If I bought it, it means it's a good album. It is more punk than rock. But yeah, if you're wanting to listen to more of an alternative side to Billy Idol, definitely listen to this one for sure. I need to stop saying for sure. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone. Please subscribe. I will be doing more Billy Idol reviews in the future if you're a fan of Billy Idol. If you want me to review something in particular, just put it in the comments and I will review it. No problem. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.